For a long time, he believed that love meant endurance, that if someone hurt you but said it was for your own good, you were supposed to stay quiet and grateful. He believed that because the first person who taught me about love was also the first person who taught me fear. That person was my mother. From the outside, our house looked normal. Clean walls, locked gate, neighbors who smiled and waved. People often sighed, "You're lucky, you have a mother who cares so much." They didn't hear the shouting behind closed doors. They didn't see how every small mistake became a crime, a broken joke, a low grade, a sigh at the wrong time. Each one was proof, according to her, that he was ungrateful, useless, and a disappointment. Love in our home came with conditions. He had to earn peace by being perfect, and perfection was never enough. My mother controlled everything: what he wore, who he spoke to, how long he stayed outside, even the tone of my voice. If he questioned her, she called it disrespect. If he cried, she called it drama. She sighed, "You know what's best for you." What she really meant was, "You don't get to choose." He wasn't allowed privacy. My phone was checked, my diary was read, my dreams were laughed at. When he sighed he wanted to be something different, she sighed, "Don't embarrass me." Slowly, he stopped wanting anything at all. The worst wounds weren't physical, they were invisible. She compared me to others constantly: cousins, neighbors' children, even strangers. "Why can't you be like them?" she asked again and again. When he tried to explain how her words hurt me, she turned herself into the victim. "After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me." He learned a painful lesson early. In our house, my feelings didn't matter. He lived in a constant state of alert, listening for footsteps, reading her mood from the sound of the door, measuring every word before he spoke. Home was supposed to be a safe place. For me it was a battlefield. He started losing sleep. My chest felt heavy all the time. Sometimes he stared at the ceiling, wondering if this was all life would ever be. He told myself, all mothers are like this. But deep down, he knew something was wrong. One night, after a long argument over something small, I don't even remember what she said, words that broke something inside me. She sighed, "You ruined my life." In that moment, I realized something terrifying. He was not her child in her eyes. He was her burden. That night, he cried silently into my pillow. Not because of what she said, but because he finally believed her. The decision to leave didn't happen all at once. It grew slowly, like a seed in the dark. He started imagining a life where he could breathe, where he didn't feel guilty for existing, where silence wasn't dangerous. At first, the idea felt selfish. Leaving your mother is taboo. Society doesn't ask why, it only judges. But he asked myself a different question. If he stay, will he survive? He couldn't tell anyone, not friends, not relatives. Everyone saw her as a strong, sacrificing mother. So he prepared quietly. He saved small amounts of money. He gathered important documents. He memorized phone numbers. He packed emotional strength instead of clothes. Every day, he played the role of the obedient child while planning my escape at night. The guilt was heavy, but the fear of staying was heavier. The day he left was ordinary. No more dramatic goodbye, no more explanation. He waited until the house was quiet. He took one last look at the room that had held my pain for years. My hands were shaking as he stepped outside. With every step away from the house, my heart raced, not with excitement, but with terror. He wasn't running toward freedom, he was running away from destruction. Freedom didn't feel like happiness at first. It felt like emptiness, like guilt, like fear that she would find me and drag me back. I questioned myself constantly. If you're reading this and your heart feels heavy, know this: you are not weak for wanting peace. You are not selfish for choosing safety. And you are not a bad person for walking away from toxicity, even if it comes from your own mother. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is leave. I am still healing. I still carry scars, but they no longer define me. I am learning who I am without fear. I am building a life where love does not hurt. And for the first time, I can finally say this: I survived.